Hello students, welcome to Pandey Economics classes. Myself Arvind Kumar Pandey, and today in this video we are going to discuss about the health as an emerging challenge. Before proceeding further in this video, let me remind you the topic we have discussed in the previous video. So students, in the previous video we have started the private sector healthcare infrastructure. I mean to say that in the last video we have discussed about the private sector healthcare and their dominant role in the Indian society, or we can say Indian economy. After discussing that point, children, here in this video we are going to discuss about the health as an emerging challenges. Children, with the contribution of private sector and government sector, the healthcare facilities are increasing with a rapid speed, but the inequality between the government health sectors and private sector healthcare facilities, there is a wide gap between them. On the one way, private sector healthcare facilities are providing quality facilities, but they are charging high fees, or we can say they are very expensive and away from the masses of the rural population. But on the other hand, government is providing most of the healthcare facility free of cost to all the citizens of India, but still, because of the poor management and low investment by the government of GDP, the healthcare facilities are not up to the mark if we compare to the developed countries in the world. So here children, in this video we are going to discuss about the health as an emerging challenges. So after the continuous effort done by the government starting from 1951 till date, still healthcare facilities of India in comparing the most of the developed countries are very poor, or we can say pathetic. In our record we are doing better, or we have achieved a milestone, we can say like that, but the reality is little bitter behind the we can say the real picture is not up to the mark as must or as we are expecting like that. So here the points, let's get started. So children, it is not just like a video or just like a topic, it is just like a question. So in all the video, if you will see that I have divided the separate chapter for your benefit. In separate video will find different kind of topic, different kind of subject matter of the same topic, which is especially focus on only that topic particularly. I am not talking about the otherwise of the chapter. So all the videos are just like a question, so you go through the all videos, because this chapter is related to infrastructure like social infrastructure, economic infrastructure. So theory part is little wider than the other topic. Because of that I am preparing a smaller and smaller video for the separate topic. So you go through all the video, and these videos are just like a question. So it is one question means one video, and it is not only for one video for one question. Children, from one question you can get many small questions also. So I hope you must be enjoying the video, and it will be helping you to clear the concept of the economics. Okay, so let's get started. So children, healthcare as an emerging challenges, it means in India health is an emerging challenge. Emerging challenge means challenging are increasing day by day. After the effort of government, the healthcare facilities has improved. If we compare with the 1951 or the 1947, we have improved, but still it is a challenging. In what manner? Consistent efforts since independence have produced good result in the area of health. Consistent effort done by the government. Here consistence means children, government just after the independence, we can say after the first 5-year plan, government has started the efforts to improve the healthcare facilities. So the result is little improve, or we can say we have produced good result in the area of health. A key component of social infrastructure is significant that, see, after the consistent effort taken by the government, we have done better in these points. Points are already discussed, but I have already I written these points once again to remind you. First, death rate has reduced. In the very first chapter, children, if you have remember, uh, Indian economy at the time of independence, in that topic we have already studied that birth rate was very high, death rate was also very high, infant mortality rate was very high, average life span was also, life expectancy was also very bad. These are the demographic profile at the time of independence, right? And communicable diseases, or we can say epidemic, were also very common to spread in the rural areas, not only rural area, in urban areas also. So children, we have done better in death rate has reduced because people are now aware and they understood the meaning of family planning, and they also understood the importance of smaller family is happy family, like that. So we have decreased the death rate because of providing the good healthcare facilities. Birth rate has also declined, infant mortality rate has come down, expectancy of life has risen. If you have remembered, children, at the time of independence, life expectancy in India was 32 years, but now it is around 70 years. Epidemic death have also reduced. Epidemic means, student, cholera, chickenpox, smallpox. These were deadly diseases at the time of independence, and we have no any vaccination or healthcare facilities like we are available today. So because of that, or we due to lack of the proper healthcare facilities, millions and millions of people died at that time, children. So the condition was very pathetic. So if we compare today's situation with the situation it was in 1951, so we have done better. But still the question is same, health is an emerging challenges. So in what aspect or in what respect the healthcare are challenging in India? So these are the points we are going to discuss one by one. So first and most important challenge is, children, unequal distribution of healthcare services. So children, here unequal distribution of healthcare services means we are dividing the society in two parts, rural and urban. So children, most often or mostly you will see that hospitals, doctors or healthcare facilities are mostly are situated in urban areas. And why they are situated in urban areas? Because of availability of infrastructure facilities like communication, road, transportation, electricity, power, right, water, sanitation. These are the basic facilities which are required. But if we compare the healthcare services between the rural and urban, so you will find, children, rural areas lacking many of the healthcare facilities, but urban are the upper hands. So we have I have some points related to unequal distribution of healthcare services. Let me remind you. So children, only one point is related to this point is, most of the healthcare facilities have been confined to the urban areas. So children, point is very simple. It wants to say that the most of the healthcare facilities are situated in urban area, and we already know India is the people of villages, means most of the population of India resides in the villages. So according to that, most of the healthcare facilities also must be situated in the rural areas. But here the situation is, children, the scene is something different. Less population are residing in urban areas, but most of the urban healthcare facilities are situated in urban areas. It means rural healthcare facilities are still way behind in India. So because of unequal distribution, right? Next is, children, communicable diseases. Children, we have almost controlled most of the communicable diseases, but still we are not 100% control the communicable diseases. And the, children, recent example is COVID-19. You have noticed in the last year, in the month of May and June, millions of the people died due to COVID-19 and due to not availability of the proper healthcare facilities. Or we can also say that people have taken very easily, they do not take the proper care like the social distancing and they don't use the mask, and they also didn't maintain the distance between the two people. So because of that, millions of the people trapped in that diseases. So such type of diseases were children also very common at the time of independence, or we can say at the time of 1947, and after that also in few years it was continued. So most of the communicable diseases we are under control according to the today's situation, like in smallpox, chicken pox, TB, cholera, and we can take one more example, children, like polio, right? So but still children, communicable disease has not been 100% control in India, and if we compare with the rural areas, the condition is very bad. So there are some communicable disease in children whose name I want to take, like AIDS, HIV, and severe acute respiratory syndrome. These are the common diseases which are still are not under the control. So there should be a proper control over this disease also. Next and very important point, children, is poor management. If we say that government is not spending much on providing the healthcare facilities in India, so it is not the truth, children. Okay, to 5% of GDP, 5% of our GDP, government is spending on providing the healthcare facilities. Even this percent, 5%, is not as desired, right? It must be more than 5%. It must be around 10%, because the masses of the population resides in India. We are the second largest country in the world. According to that, the expenditure of GDP on the healthcare facilities by the government, it must be increased. But still, children, if we see the expenditure done by the government on the providing healthcare facility in recent last 20 years, so situation is far better. But children, because of poor management, the result is not desired as government was expecting, or we can say the result are not desirable. The result must be better than that, but because of poor management. Here, children, you already know, because you are the student of commerce, so you already know what is the meaning of management. So children, there is no proper management. So I hope you must have noticed, if you visit the government hospital and again you visit the private hospital, so you will see the difference between the government hospital and private hospital. If you will visit the government hospital, children, in government hospital you will find the, first of all, you will notice that uncleanliness. There is no proper facilities of cleanliness, and if most of the doctor you will find are on the leave, and if doctor are available, they are not treating properly to their patient. If we discuss about the distribution of the medicines, they will also they mostly refer the drugs or medicines to purchase from the market, from medical stores. They charge high high prices of the medicine. Even that medicines are available free of cost in the hospital, but they doing black marketing. I am talking about the children, government doctor, government nurses. These are the conditions. So these are the because of the poor management, result is not desirable as government is expecting. There is a mismatch between the number of patients and the number of healthcare centers. Here, children, I am talking about the poor management, as we have already discussed between the rural and urban. So you will see that masses of the population resides in rural area, but masses of the healthcare facilities like hospital, I am talking children, hospitals and doctors. So most of the doctor and healthcare facilities are available in the urban areas, and if the condition should be opposite of that, most of the healthcare facilities must be available in the rural area, because most of the population reside in that area, but the condition is different, right? Next is health personnel are grossly inadequate, particularly in the rural area, right? Health personnel means children, doctor, nurses. If you will see in the villages, children, you will find between the whole village you will find hardly you will find one doctor, and there is no nurses, right? So this is the condition. Often the rural folk have to rush to the urban healthcare centers. So children, what will happen for think about the people who resides in rural area, if they are suffering from any diseases, or if they require urgent need of the doctor in any casualty, so what do they have to do? They have to rush to the urban areas, right? They have to go to the cities or towns and see the distances. If distances are much between the hospital and the rural areas or the place where the patients are residing, transporting facilities are also not good. So see what will be the condition, right? The patient before reaching the doctor will die, right? Next, children, on or be the victim of the local quacks. So children, either rural has only two options, either for the treatment or for getting the healthcare facilities they move to the urban area, or they become the victim of rural quack. Rural quack means, children, here unauthorized doctor or uneducated or doctor without the proper certificate. Next, children, point is privatization. And children, I know that you already know properly what is the meaning of privatization, because we have already discussed about the economic reforms which started since 1991. It has been started by the Manmohan Singh and our former Prime Minister Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao. They have started liberalization, privatization, globalization. So after the children privatization, government is giving the more dominant role to the private sector also. So because of that, children, you already know that private sector works on the profit motive. They do not work for the social welfare or social services, and because they are working on the demand and supply, or we can say because they are working on the profit motive, so they charge high fees. And you already know masses of the population of India resides in rural area, and because of, in the last chapter or in the last topic, we have already discussed about the problem of unemployment. So you have seen that in the village area or in rural area, a different kind of unemployment is found, disguised unemployment, right? Seasonal unemployment, right? So whenever they don't have unemployment, right, what will they do if they are getting sick or if they are suffering from any kind of diseases? Already they have no money, and for the treatment of their problem or for any disease, they have to travel to the urban, so transporting charge. And when they reach to the doctor is already charging the very high fees. So in such a situation, either the patient have to borrow money, or they have to sold their property like house, like land, etc. After sending the land or house, the condition of the poor people become worst, and they forced to the poverty level or below the poverty line. So this is the, children, effect of privatization. The number of private hospital is increasing. So here we can say that because of the privatization policy of the government, private hospital are increasing day by day. In place of increasing the government hospital, private hospitals are increasing. Consequently, healthcare is becoming increasingly expensive and beyond the reach of the millions in India. So better facilities in India are out of the reach of the millions of Indians. This is the, children, real condition. Next point, children, on which we are going to discuss is poor upkeep and maintenance. You know what is the meaning of maintenance, right? Upkeep, poor upkeep. Keeping the things in a proper manner is keeping manner and maintenance. So here, children, we are discussing about the poor upkeep and maintenance of the government hospital, right? If you will visit the government hospital, you will see the condition of toilets and beds and the walls of the hospital. You will find that it is looks like colorful wall, because many of the people visit the hospital, they eat smoke and they just spit on the walls, right? The employee whose responsibility is to keeping the hospital clean and neat, they are not working their duty properly. They are not cleaning the floor, they are not cleaning the toilet. So these are the, children, very upkeep and maintenance condition. So here I have written, children, let me remind you some points. Both upkeep and maintenance of the government healthcare center is very poor. The quality difference between private and public hospital is so huge that people are often compelled to depend on private treatment. So children, here this point wants to say that because of the poor upkeep and maintenance, most of the people children like to visit to the private hospital. Even private doctor and private hospital charge high fee, which is beyond the reach of the masses of the billion, and which is beyond the reach of the poor people, but still they have no choice, right? Because government in the government hospital, upkeep and maintenance problem is there. If you will visit normally to the doctor and you have to get x-ray of the bones, so you will see that either supply of electricity is not available, or if electricity is available, doctor is not available, or his assistant is not available. So you have to visit the private hospital or private x-ray center, where you will can get your healthcare. If you talking about the what do we call, I haven't remember immediately, like ultrasound. For ultrasound children, most of the people visit the private centers, because in the government hospital machine is installed, but because of maintenance the machine is not functioning, and if machine is functioning, the people who is operating the machine is not available. So children, this is the problem, and this is the upkeep and maintenance problem related to healthcare facility provided by the government, and because of that people compelled to visit the private hospitals. Last point is children, poor sanitation level. You already know children what is the condition of sanitation level. So here children, I am talking about the sanitation level is extremely poor in both in rural and urban areas in India. So children, because awareness in India, there is a problem. People do not care about their health. People do not care about the sanitation level. Even the condition from 2019, when Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi has started Swachh Bharat mission. So after that flagship program launched by the government of India, the condition has become little better. Now if you will visit the rural area, you will find that most of the family have their शौचालय like that, pakka latrine, or we can say all season latrine, but still children it is up to you can say 30%. In country, in our India, latest data is 30% in 30% of people in urban area do not have sanitation facilities. 20% of the rural do not have proper sanitary facilities children. And you already know, because of sanitation many kind of communicable diseases are spreading every year, right? Open defecation is a major problem in India. Now it has been under control, but still children the problem is as it is because of the awareness. And if people are awareness children, they have no enough finance to arranging these kind of facilities. So children, this was the health as an emerging challenges in India. I hope you must enjoy and understood all the points properly, and if you will get this the questions related to this topic in your exam, definitely you will write all the answers in a proper manner and you will get full marks. So children, I hope you must enjoying your study, preparing for the board exam, and my videos are helping you for clearing the concept related to economics. So if my videos are helpful to you children, please like, share and subscribe my channel. So that's all for this video. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. God bless you all. Thank you for watching the video.